Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We are going to start working here today. Got a 46 Chevy pickup, 3/4 ton long box. Been sitting in my garage now for about 2 months. It's ended up being just a catch-all, and it's time to get started. This is going to be my wife's and mine for just your basic driver. Nothing special. Planning on putting it on a different chassis. We got a 2001 Ranger frame over here, 4x4. We're going to get rid of that 4x4 and just use a two-wheel drive. Over here in the corner, I have a 4.6 liter. That came out of my 96 Thunderbird. Going to go ahead and stick that in there and see what this little boy can do. So we're going to get started here, ripping out this front end and go from there. I'd like to apologize now for any video editing. New to this video editing stuff, so we're going to work on trying to do this off of 2 different cameras for right now and go from there.
The main thing we want to do here is get the front end out so it's out of the way. Then we're going to go ahead and get working on getting the box over here right away. The wheelbase on this chassis is going to be about the same as the factory Chevy chassis. The Chevy was, I believe, 125 3/4, and this one's right in about the same ballpark. Looks like that tire doesn't want to budge. The whole front end is loose in here now. Now we just gotta pull the TV shaft out. We're gonna try and knock out the ball joint, so it's gonna make it easier hopefully to pull this out. Unless we can manage to get it out without doing that. Alright, now I got some tools. Let's go ahead and get these calipers off. Try to at least. This has been sitting in the junkyard for about a year, untouched. So hopefully everything comes off the way it should. Alright, let's see if we can get these upper ball joints loose and pop them out of the knuckle. Alright, we got one down. Shocks are still in place, so luckily everything stayed. So we're not going to worry about putting a jack on the other side. saw this side came right out. So I can go ahead and pull CV shaft out, hopefully. Looks like I might need to do some new ball joints in the front here. Let's see how that works out. I'm going to pull the CV shaft out of the front end. Pry bar, break it loose. There should be a retaining clip on it. Should pull right out. Alright. So this part of the CV shaft we're going to keep. So we'll end up taking this apart and using this, being we have four-wheel drive hubs. So we'll use that. Now you see the front end dropped after taking off the one. We'll just pop the other one loose and get that front end out of there. And it pulls the whole axle. Side out too. You can see we got a busted knuckle. You can actually, or the busted CV joint shaft. You can see inside the CV joint there. We're going to go ahead and get all that out and not worry about using any of that. This is just what we want. One of the big things I want to get done today is get the box off the 46 and onto this chassis.
So in the midst of me cleaning up my disaster I had around here, I went ahead and took the ends of the CV shafts off. We're going to be working on starting to clean this out, so we have something to actually be able to move. Right now it's just a mess. It's been collecting for, like I said, 2 months. So we're going to go ahead and get that all cleaned out and go ahead and start moving this box to see if we can get it moved over onto the back of that frame. Alright, so I got the box all cleaned out here and it's all loose. Got the frame over here ready. All the studs are cut off, bolts, what have you. Ready to go to have the box put on for the first time. It's not going to be the last time it's going on. It definitely is going to be on and off quite a few times. Going to probably have to redo the structure of it. Make it work out a little bit better. So you see this nice wood contraption I got here on the top. Well, a few years back I made this to lift a box off of a C20 pickup. It was a 1970 C20. So I got to figure out a way to get the box off. I'm by myself, so we are going to use the hoist, my contraption, and hopefully a few straps and get this thing up and going.
I do apologize for the crappy volume. I'm hopefully going to have that fixed here within the next week or so. Go ahead and get this box pulled. Oh, well. Well, that completely failed. So what happened is my old contraption, we get to go on and make a new idea of how we're going to lift this box. Alright, so we're going to try this box lift again here. I wrapped the chain around instead. So hopefully this will hold. We'll have to see. Hopefully it works. So we are only running into one problem right now. The box is lifting. It's coming up. It's pretty loose. But there's always got to be a but. The running board on this side is still attached to the fender. So we're going to knock that loose on there and go about the rest of the way getting this thing off.
We're going to do this and see how this works. What are we rubbing on here? There is nothing left of the structure on here. Ah. See, the fender over there is rubbing on the running board. So let's go ahead and see if we can pop this thing loose here without wrecking anymore. Try and lift it up here high enough. Don't want to drop it. Plenty of lovely sounds it's making, isn't it? There went most of the structure. Kind of is what it is. That's okay. As crappy as that is, we won't use that anyway. We'll make something new. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get that cut out of there right away here too. Alright, so we got that cut out. Now we're going to go ahead and keep moving over. Get this on the Ranger frame and see if we can get any further tonight. This is the main thing I wanted to accomplish tonight, so you know, if this is how far we get, this is how far we get. Oh look, looks like it was white at one point in time. Maybe an off yellow. Oh, guess I forgot 2 bolts. Looks like I better go get them before I go any further here. Probably gonna have to jack up the back end so I can slide the lift in far enough too. Alright, so we got those bolts out of the way. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing a little further here. It was making some lovely creaking and moaning when I was moving this here. None of this stuff is really in the best shape. My wife has already called this truck patches. So I don't know if you've seen the patch on the back fender. That's been like that for many, many years. That will be continued through this truck, putting it back together, making it halfway roadworthy here. Alright, so we got this thing moved over here. Got it as far as I could, and all of a sudden, it's not moving anymore. But if you look close enough, the leaf spring's moving. Well, I guess you deal with the Minnesota rust. Leaf spring mount shackle mount is gone. So, guess we got some more stuff to fix. Planning on lowering it anyway, so we'll have to address. So we got to get it over that. And if you notice, this fender is in really good shape. So we'll get it over that and see if we can get this thing in place and go from there. Now just remember, this is by no means how this thing's actually going to sit on here. We're just putting it on to get a good idea of where the cab has to be, so I can get this all done, get the engine mounted, and go from there. So I'm going to show you what is going to come in here, back in here rather, once this is out. So I can get the chassis out of here, get all the garage cleaned up, and then we're going to have a sneak peek of the other project that's got to come back in here. Hold on a second. Here it is. This is my 1996 Ford Thunderbird. But we'll go ahead here, I'll show you underneath the hood. And there she be. Ford 460. So stay tuned and you'll see that come back in the garage.